Just
Okay, cool.
started it. Go for it.
Okay. Hi, friends.
I-
Be Miss Manel. Anyways, okay. So, um, initially, when I wanted to read this book, I wanted to like refresh my memory and read. Only hot people live in that house. I swear to God, men, women, and children. Like, I always pass by them. There's always hot people. Um, I wanted to. I'm not turning. I wanted to reread all of the books to kind of like refresh my memory. But I think I like read an article beforehand to just get remember the gist of it because I was just like, you remember it. So I'm going in with kind of like lack of background.
Hmm.
Overall, I'm really liking it. I don't know if it's because I know that this is the last book that in my head I know that everything is gonna work out. So I'm kind of just like, you know what I mean? Like, I actually don't know if it's gonna work out. I don't know what the end of this fucking book is gonna be. But in my head, I'm thinking, well, if this is the last book, and the entire premise of the Hunger Games is like they want to overthrow, like they want the Dark Days again. Like, isn't what's his name? Abernathy just gonna win? Like, aren't they just gonna win? Do you know what I mean? So like I'm reading it with that in my mind, and I think that's like the wrong way to think about it. Because I'm just like, okay, well, all of this is like very convenient. And I'm just like, I don't know. So that's just like big picture for me. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. I really like the characters. I think it's like staying true to like the weirdness of the capital and the clothing and the
Hmm.
people and the meat. I really like that. I got really Hunger Games. I've always liked how the Hunger Games always had that very like stark contrast between the districts and the capital. I really enjoyed that about this story. I feel like they do it so extravagantly that it's just like it just is great. So seeing that again was like really nice, and it's really happy to hear. I like all of the characters. Macely, I love her little fucking bee Drusilla. I think that shit is so fucking hilarious. Like I absolutely love that. I think that that's like my favorite part of this book so far is just like their little fucking spats. I think it's so interesting. Um, the concept itself is still really interesting. How it's the 50th and now there's like double the kids. I appreciate how like they formed an alliance and how Apparath's whatever father Beatty was like, this and this and that. And I appreciate like all the small nuances that you see that people are kind of like collectively working against the capital, and I appreciate that too. I think that's really interesting. With what the fuck is his name? I don't know. Plancenter, whatever. I cannot remember right
Oh,
now. So
Plutarch.
like him and
Yeah.
all of that. Huh? Yeah.
Plutarch. Yeah.
So that's all like really interesting. I just don't know if I'm sold on Abernathy's character though. And I don't know if it's like the audio book, but he just seems very like blah about everything. And I guess if I was in the fucking Hunger Games, I'd be very blah about everything too. I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking die. What does it matter? But honestly, if I was in Hunger Games and I knew I was gonna die, what does it matter? Like I would just fucking act out a character every which way. Like
Hmm.
I don't know. Like if I knew tomorrow for 100% certainty that the world was gonna end or I was gonna die, I would just wild and out. Like, what am I gonna do? Be a good citizen for my last fucking couple hours? No, thank you. I'm gonna do every single intrusive thought I ever had. So, but I don't know. So yeah, so like, there's like no drive for him to win, and I guess that's what I'm looking for, or something of that nature. And I don't see that in him, and it's just kind of bugging me. But other than that, and then like the whole, I don't know. Again, I don't know. Like fuck it, judge me if you want. But like the whole Luella thing with him is kind of weird too. How she's like,
Hmm.
Lorena, whatever. I know her name's not Lorena. Okay, Lorena is my love, but Luella is my sweetheart, and I'm just like, that's kind of
Oh.
like I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I don't know if I, and I know he means it like in a sisterly way, but I would never. I don't have any siblings, so again, I don't fucking know. But I don't think I would ever want my fucking brother to call me his sweetheart. I'd be like, bitch, that's nasty. Don't call me that. Like, I don't like it. And I don't know if I'm interpreting wrong and he does like her as just like a brother sister thing, but like why is he calling her his sweetheart? I don't fucking know. Like, yeah, she was great, like she had a great personality, but I don't know. I don't know. That part kind of threw me off, but like again, I don't have siblings, so I don't fucking know how to interpret it.
Are
I
they?
have no
I
idea.
didn't think they were
I
siblings. Are they?
No, but he says that if he had a
Oh,
little sister, he'd want it to be
yeah.
like her.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and then that's why I was like, okay, well, she's like in the sibling category of his brain, not the I want to fuck her category of my brain. Also, she's 13, he's 16. I think that's just like a really fucking weird age. So, I don't know. I do, however, really like the body double thing. I thought that was really interesting, and I feel like that bitch is gonna win. Crazy, but she's gonna win just because she's crazy and like they have nothing. But overall, I just want to keep. I can't want to keep reading. I want to see what's gonna happen. I think like part of like my favorite part of the Hunger Games is just like what they fucking do with the arena and the like the games itself. I always think that's super
We're like finally
interesting.
there.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's gonna happen there. Which, by the way, I'm so glad we read until the end of chapter 15 because I think it made more sense.
Yeah, I guess so a little bit. End of 14 would have been weird.
Yeah. But that's my very preliminary thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. So I guess hold on, let me like back up. You know where this is in the timeline, right? Roughly?
The very
Oh, you're cutting out. It'll come back. Okay, what?
very end of the timeline. When he keeps talking about the District 12 winner, isn't he talking about the first one the first Hunger Games book? That she disappeared?
You mean when you say first, you mean Songbird and Snakes? Like the fourth written, but like first in the chronology?
I don't
Girl.
know. Where are we on the timeline?
Okay.
Where are we on the timeline?
Because I couldn't tell. Okay, so first 3 Hunger Games are at the very end of the timeline.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah. The fourth Hunger Games is the beginning of the timeline, game 1. And so the first 3 Hunger Games go from 74th Hunger Games to 75th Hunger Games, like 25 years after this. And then right now we're with the Hamish Abernathy was Katniss's mentor in Hunger Games. Yeah, and we're this is his backstory.
It's clicking now.
Yes.
It's clicking now. That's the piece I was missing.
Yeah.
That's the piece I was missing. I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? I was like,
So yeah, he was like
something was there.
So he was Woody. Is it Woody Harrelson? Yeah, he's Woody Harrelson, in the movies.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that probably changes a whole bunch of stuff for you, but I wasn't sure because I have like a lot to say about that timeline, and I wasn't sure. So I guess you haven't thought about it. You haven't thought about it much, but it's okay. So I'll say what at least you know now. So
now I know, and I feel differently. Thank you.
Yeah. I quite like the book. I have like a lot of nitpicks, but like overall, I quite like the book, and I'm definitely like if it keeps going this way, I think I'm gonna like rate it high. But a lot of stuff is just like weird to me, because I mean, it's also been a while for me since I've read these books. It's probably that I've seen the movies more often. Like I'll put Hunger Games on once in a while, like while I'm cleaning or something. So like
Really?
well, I rewatch so many movies while I do random tasks. Like I've seen like Ready Player One probably like 50 times.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm probably like more familiar with that. And if anything, the familiarity is not making it like work. Okay, I guess I'll just get to them. Like, I feel weird because on one hand, there's like crazy amounts of tie-ins in this book, a bunch of stuff that I'm sure is going over your head, but like a crazy amount of tie-ins. So BT, for instance, the dad, he's in Hunger Games 2. Wyrus is in Hunger Games 2. Plutarch is all throughout all 3 Hunger Games. Mags is in Hunger Games 2. Effie, the new stylist, is in Hunger Games.
I remember Effie.
Yeah, and like so, I guess like at first when they were when they were bringing the tie-ins in, I was like, okay, this is cool. But now that they've tied like all of them, I'm like, so wait, you're telling me that like every single one of those people all met exactly 24 years before Katniss? Because that sounds kind of far fetched. But at the same time, I'm like
Really?
happy to see them. I think it
Yeah,
does. Or I think it does even just based on like how like the age of these people in like their
that's true.
so like
Yeah.
for instance one thing that I realized because they flat out said Snow is 58. 58 plus
They did say Snow
24.
58.
So Snow was like that old in the at the at, like in the end of the Hunger Games. He was like 83. In
That
my
is pretty
mind, as
old.
you're thinking about President Snow in the main series, is he 83 years old? Like, he's old, but he's not like
Yeah.
geriatric, right? But like this,
He's not that old.
but the
Yeah.
thing is
Yeah.
since they put him in the beginning of the timeline and he helped start the Hunger Games and he was like 12 or something, that plus, actually, yeah, no, he's like 90. I don't even know because 75 years later, he's still there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? BT, same thing, like his age, him and Wirus, their ages, like in the next Hunger Games, they already seem kind of old, and this would put them like in their like seemingly like 50s or 60s, but in those books they weren't that old. They were maybe like 40s, or at least that's how I pictured them.
That's so
So
weird.
so yeah, a lot like basically like I think like Songbirds and Snakes was really subtle in terms of its tie-ins with the future, like really subtle, like the song that the song that girl wrote from Songbirds and Snakes ends up being, I think, like this.
Hmm.
Well, no, I don't even think she writes it yet, but she's like the writer of the song that Katniss sings, so that's cool. But and there's just real like light tie-ins. This one's like ultra heavy on the tie-ins. And so I'm like,
Huh.
on one hand I'm down with it, and on the other hand I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know. Cuz then we're just talking about like Hunger Games geriatric edition once you get to when Katniss shows up. But
Once you get to like the yeah
that
the
doesn't make a lot of sense. So anyways, I overall, even though like it like bugs me, I'm still like happy that they're there. And I'm like, I almost like want to see more people, even though it would probably make even less sense. Um,
yeah
um, but yeah, and then I think the most interesting thing, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is Plutarch, the game maker guy or whatever he's doing right now. I think he's a game maker in the later books. I forget what he's doing right now. Like he's one of like the revolutionary rebellion leaders at the end. So
yeah
this being how him and Haymitch met is like interesting because they obviously end up doing crazy stuff in the future, and Katniss doesn't even realize. So that's kind of cool, I guess. So I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know. I think it's written well. I think the characters are cool. Even though I've
yeah
known who Haymitch is this whole time, his character does seem like a little bit blah. It could be just a narrator, like you said, though. I don't really know. Um, but he's not like bugging me at the same time.
yeah no
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I like love him. I think I like other characters more. Uh,
like Haymitch Woody Harrelson does not match Haymitch in this book
Definitely.
in my
Now that you
opinion.
have that in your brain and you start listening to this guy, you're
Yeah
like, what? If anything, and I mean, I think Woody Harrelson matches Haymitch in the books decently well. Like he was jacked up, he was angry, he was sad, he was a drunk, he was all those
yeah
things. If anything, like in my mind, as good as things are like going and sounding, I almost wonder if things are going to be absolutely disastrous at the end, and we understand why Haymitch was just so broken and dejected in the other
oh
movies.
yeah
You know what I'm saying? Because right
yeah
now everything seems to be like going super great, but obviously they fail overall. Like I'm sure
yeah
there's going to be some kind of like climax and resolution, but obviously they don't get down the capital because they can't. So that'll be interesting. Couple of things about a couple of the characters I won't even say because it might be like spoilers ish for you, and it's probably not worth talking
you can
about.
go ahead and tell me
Well, like BT and Wirus, they're like
yeah
friends in the newer ones, and both of them are
uh-huh
jacked up, especially Wirus. So I have a feeling that they're gonna get like captured and like programmed or something because they're both like mentally
mm.
unstable, especially Wirus. Like something's wrong with her, but in this book she's like fine and fully in charge of her mental faculties, and she's like really smart. she's like still smart, but like eccentric, crazy smart in the second one.
Yeah.
And I think something's gonna go wrong with her, so that'll be interesting. Uh, Only other note that basically like his love interest, I just like fully don't care. In my mind, if Lenore wasn't even there, it's just doing nothing right now. I don't know if that's gonna change,
Yeah.
but I don't even know why she's there. I almost felt like they like wrote her in afterwards because she's just useless right now. But we'll see if that changes. Maybe she's the reason he ends up hating his life. I don't know. But
I figured that's what's gonna happen.
yeah, but if anything, when they start talking and like how deeply in love he is, I'm like, okay, I don't really get it. I don't really buy it because I haven't like seen them together. I guess maybe there's a problem, but yeah. But despite everything that I'm saying, like so far, this book's like easily a 4. Could be a 5
Yeah. Yeah.
by the time it
For
because like you
sure.
said, the best is we think yet to come. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of
Yeah.
weird nitpicks, but it's probably just because I'm like I happen to be like an Uber fan who watches the movies too often. Apparently,
I'm gonna rewatch them tonight.
fair.
I feel like that'll help.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
at least so far, if you watch like the first one and the second one, it's pretty much all you need to
Okay.
as a refresh.
They
I mean,
just
you
came
could,
out with a new one, right?
the one that they came out with is Songbirds and Snakes. Wait, did you read Songbirds and Snakes?
No.
Oh. So Songbirds and Snakes was an even earlier prequel. It's about President Snow and how he started the Hunger Games. It's quite good. At
Did they
least
come out with the movie too?
yep, book came out a few years ago and
Just
then
came
the
out,
and then
right?
the movie I don't know about just like
Last year?
yeah, like last year. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
one. Yeah, so that was
Okay.
prequel even before this one.
Okay, so I'm way far behind. I need to figure that out.
Yeah.
What's the TLDR for about Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes?
Um let me see. What like matters? Honestly, like not much. Like Snow, he was a peacekeeper. I think he was out in like District 1 or 11 or 12 like doing his like military service or whatever. He met a girl, she ends up going into the Hunger Games and well, he she like I guess as a class assignment, a bunch of kids are like trying to figure out like what they should do to punish the districts. Snow more or less like comes up with the idea of the Hunger Games, or at least like how to position it and how to actually like yeah he comes up with it, but at the same time is like into a girl that's in it, so he's like almost wanting to save her, but he ends up just being kind of scary and evil by the end. It's pretty cool
Hmm.
and he like betrays some people and it's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good book. I so far I like that one even more than this one, even though this one's good. Songbirds and Snakes was like really really good, and I think it's because that one's yeah. I guess now that you mention it, with everything that you're saying, I know you also just didn't remember, but it kind of makes sense that you thought that this was like part 5
Yeah.
after everything
Yeah.
because Songbirds and Snakes it felt more like a prequel where everything was like very much so smaller scale. Everything was fresh, everything was new,
Yeah.
real like slowly informative and stuff. And again, like it alluded to stuff in the future, but like not much. This book so far
Hmm.
is reading like season 5 of a show where like
Yeah.
everyone's already got their
Yeah.
superpowers, everybody knows everything, all these spies are going around, all this crazy stuff is
Yes.
happening. But in fact, this is before Katniss is even born, so it kind of shouldn't be going at that speed by all rights.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like a little odd,
Yes.
but like I'm not that mad about it. But it's just if I think about it too much, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. All
But
right.
it's pretty cool.
Well, that makes more sense. I feel better now. I'm like, oh, okay. Now it like things are clicking and I'm looking at it in a different way.
Yeah.
Damn, I
Dang.
feel
I
so
could have
off.
sworn I could have sworn you had read Songbirds and Snakes. That's a good one too.
Mm-mm. No.
Um,
Remember, I wanted to reread the entire thing before
I do
this
remember
one.
that.
Yeah, I just never
Yeah.
got to it.
Hmm.
So
Crazy.
I know.
I think that's about all I got. I'm digging it.
That's all I
I
have
think I'm
to.
gonna keep digging it.
Yeah, I really like it too. It
Yeah.
reads. It's quick.
Yeah. Keeps you interested. It's going fast.
Uh-huh.
It's not full of fluff. That's great. I hate
No.
fluff.
I'm surprised she's also like managed to, oh my god, I'm breaking like an idiot. 5 books later, still not like still right. Like I don't know.
No,
You know?
I agree. I agree. Like not go downhill, especially when you're talking 5 books later after a huge pause in between them.
Yeah.
You'd think some kind of weird habits would have came in, or she would have bowed down to some kind of like weird social norms or crap, or
Yeah. That's exactly what I
it
mean.
all feels like a book that was written
Normal.
15 years
Yes.
ago, not like now,
Yeah.
which is refreshing and like super nice. It
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it when sequels start going downhill like that. So,
Yeah.
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 This
It
has
feels
been
exactly like the first ones that I appreciate. So it's not like
yeah.
we didn't fall to society's wants, and I appreciate that.
I actually that you should at least remember enough to appreciate this. I forgot this note that I wrote down. So one thing that I'm gathering about this book so far is like basically like how stupid Katniss really was. And we kind of
Yeah.
know she was being stubborn and stupid, like she's constantly
Yeah.
making bad decisions and stuff. But now that you have Haymitch making like the right decisions, like making the alliances that Katniss should have
Yeah.
done, actually
Yeah.
trying to play the game so that you could survive, like all of this stuff she should have been doing instead of she at the end of the day she was just really lucky. Like that's why she survived.
Yeah.
It wasn't like her own personal prowess. She was just straight
Right.
up lucky.
Right.
And
Right. Oh my god.
that luck of hers like went right to the end, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like it like works for her, but it's kind of cool seeing Hamish at the wheel, and it makes such a different book because he's actually
It
like
does.
down to play
It
the
does.
game and down to, you know, instead of just like
And I
being
think
there and
like,
going like, oh Peta, and that's about her entire role, you know, like
yeah, I fucking hated that shit. Oh god, I still remember that.
yeah.
I also think like not remembering any of it and then going and I'm gonna reread them or rewatch the movies at least, I'll have like a better understanding of Haymitch too. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you should. That'll be cool. I need to
What
reread the
the
books actually too. I wonder how well they. I'm
Yeah.
sure the original ones hold up. Maybe we should like all do that together once we get the band fully back together.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
should. Yeah. What was I gonna say? So are we like not reading like her book at all? Is it just like off to the side?
her book. Wasn't that my book?
Oh yeah. Was it your book?
You mean the
It was
pick,
your
the
book.
most
Yeah,
recent
yeah, yeah,
pick?
yeah.
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 I mean, I figure we could just wait because none of us started,
Okay.
and she could just read it anyways. I mean, I don't think there's any harm done if we do read it. I guess but I just figured since none of us had started, we might as well just wait.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, in terms of what to read next, I don't really know. We could go with the plan of like digging in and looking at crap she already read, or we could just pick new stuff. I don't know. Hopefully we're not doing this that long, and she actually comes back to us soon, and so none of this will really matter because we'll only get through a couple of books. Hopefully we're not talking about like
Yeah.
a 6 month hiatus or something like that. You never know with new parents. I don't flip it
No,
know. Um,
no, which is understandable if